Dear Scorpios, welcome to this in-depth analysis of your financial potential for June 22, 2025. This day promises to be quite significant for your material well-being, as cosmic energies align in a unique way, opening new horizons. We will delve into the essence of the planetary influences shaping your financial landscape, revealing hidden opportunities for growth. At the center of attention are, of course, two powerful planets, your co-ruler Pluto and the great benefactor Jupiter. Pluto's influence, deeply rooted in the structure of your financial life, continues to exert a transformative impact. It not only signals changes but also lays a solid foundation for long-term prosperity. This energy demands a re-evaluation of your resources, debts, investments, everything related to shared assets or other people's money. Pluto calls upon you to take full command of your financial flows, to unleash enormous inner potential. It pushes for a profound restructuring that leads to a significant increase in capital and strengthening of financial independence. Parallel to this intense process, Jupiter, the planet of luck and abundance, illuminates your financial sector with its generous light. Its presence on June 22, 2025, promises expanded opportunities, an influx of favorable circumstances, and a general sense of growth. Jupiter stimulates optimism, self-belief, and a readiness for calculated risks, foreshadowing success in new ventures and increased income. It can bring luck through unexpected sources, profitable offers, or successful partnerships. The combination of profound transformation from Pluto and expansion from Jupiter creates a truly powerful tandem. This planetary synergy indicates a period when your inner strength and strategic thinking can be most effectively applied to achieve career heights and significant professional recognition. For you, Scorpios, June 22, 2025, is marked not only by a general vector towards transformation but also by a unique opportunity to utilize the deepest energies of your co-ruler, Pluto, located in strategic Capricorn. This prolonged transit, ideally resonating with your inner strength and desire for profound changes, becomes a key tool for strengthening your professional position and achieving career heights. Pluto in Capricorn demands not just adaptation from you, but a complete re-evaluation of your role in the professional hierarchy, calling for the dismantling of outdated structures and the creation of something fundamentally new and more powerful. This period is ideal for asserting yourself as a leader. Developing leadership qualities now means not just the ability to manage, but the capacity to take full responsibility for complex projects, forge new paths, and exemplify unwavering will and strategic vision. You will encounter situations requiring the manifestation of your inner power and authority. Do not be afraid to make difficult decisions, for they will form the foundation of your professional growth. Your actions should be dictated by a deep understanding of long-term goals, not immediate gain. Strategic planning comes to the forefront. Pluto in Capricorn bestows upon you a unique ability to see the hidden mechanisms of power and influence within your organization or industry. Use this insight to formulate well-thought-out, multi-step plans that will lead you to the desired promotion or a new, more prestigious position. This is a time not just to complete tasks, but to shape the agenda, anticipate changes, and act preemptively. Identify key points of influence, build connections with those who can facilitate your advancement, and methodically work to strengthen your authority. Your reputation as a reliable, far-sighted, and influential professional will grow, opening doors to new opportunities. Remember that true power comes not from external attributes, but from inner integrity and the capacity for constructive transformation. However, not only fundamental career changes define your financial landscape. There are other, equally dynamic energy flows that can bring an unexpected increase to your assets. For Scorpios, this period becomes particularly significant in the context of financial abundance, and Jupiter, positioned in the earthy and stable sign of Taurus, plays a key role here. This placement directly illuminates your sector of partnerships and shared resources, which means tremendous potential for capital growth through interaction with others. Jupiter in Taurus emphasizes reliability, long-term investments, and the accumulation of material values. This is not a time for reckless speculation, but rather for a thoughtful and thorough approach to managing your assets. Your perceptiveness, which we have already discussed, combined with Jupiter's influence, allows you to see hidden opportunities in partnerships, joint ventures, or even in the redistribution of family assets. Investment recommendations during this period lean towards those that promise stable and predictable growth, perhaps real estate, high-quality bonds, or investments in established businesses where you can become an equity participant. Consider opportunities for creating passive income through carefully developed schemes that will yield profit not through quick deals, but through methodical value appreciation. This is an ideal time for refinancing debts on more favorable terms or for obtaining loans that will be directed towards productive, capital-expanding goals. Focus on diversifying your portfolio, prioritizing assets that stand the test of time and possess intrinsic value. As for aspects like lottery winnings or other unexpected monetary gains, Jupiter, as a planet of luck and expansion, certainly increases the probability of such events. However, in Taurus, its energy is more directed towards the materialization of blessings through effort, stability, and smart management, rather than pure chance. Nevertheless, the element of unexpected luck cannot be ruled out, especially if it is related to existing resources or partnerships. Perhaps it will be a lucrative offer, an unexpected bonus from a business partner, or even the return of an old debt you no longer expected. This is more of a fortuitous turn of events within your financial strategy than a random ticket. Remember that true financial luck on this day for you lies not so much in blind luck as in the wise use of existing resources and a strategic approach to multiplying them. It is through building such strong, mutually beneficial connections and the ability to communicate effectively that new horizons for financial well-being open up, sometimes exceeding the wildest expectations from direct investments. Dear Scorpios, continuing our analysis of the successful financial horoscope for June 22, 2025, we move on to an aspect that may at first seem less obvious for financial success, but is in fact a powerful catalyst: the influence of Mercury, located in the sensitive sign of Cancer. During this period, your communication, your connections, and your ways of interacting with the world around you acquire a special depth and emotional nuance. Mercury in Cancer encourages you to create and strengthen business ties not just based on logic and profit, but through the prism of trust, empathy, and mutual support. This is a time when an intuitive understanding of partners' and clients' needs becomes your competitive advantage. Abandon a purely rational, detached approach in negotiations. Instead, focus on building long-term relationships based on a sense of security and belonging. Imagine that you are not just closing a deal, but forming a kind of business family, where each participant feels valued and protected. It is precisely this atmosphere that fosters not only loyalty but also opens doors to new, unexpected opportunities for cooperation and, as a result, significant financial gain. Your ability to listen, empathize, and offer solutions that consider not only material but also emotional aspects will be highly valued. This may manifest in successful negotiations for joint projects, attracting investments through personal recommendations, or even in the development of a business related to home comfort, real estate, or family values. Moreover, Mercury's influence in Cancer is especially favorable for building relationships with distant relatives. You might be surprised at the role they can play in your financial life. Do not ignore the potential hidden in your family tree. Now is the time to take initiative. Call those you haven't spoken to in a long time, send a message, suggest meeting. These contacts can bring not only emotional satisfaction but also very tangible benefits. This could involve unexpected inheritances you never suspected, access to valuable information that will help you in business, or even direct offers of partnership or investment from someone in your extended family. Remember that family ties, especially those that seem forgotten, often hold undiscovered resources and opportunities. Your task is to take the initiative and restore these connections. Strengthening these ties, both business and family, requires not only external activity but also a deep inner understanding of your motives and goals. After all, true financial success often stems not only from logical calculations but also from the ability to grasp non-obvious signals and trust your inner compass. Dear Scorpios, today, June 22, 2025, with the Sun in the sensitive sign of Cancer, your financial strategy takes on a very special depth. This position of the luminary not only illuminates your path but immerses you in a world of intuition and emotional perception, which becomes the cornerstone for making truly balanced financial decisions. The Sun in Cancer urges you not just to analyze numbers and facts, but to listen to your inner voice, to those subtle feelings that often point to hidden opportunities or, conversely, to potential risks. Your decisions regarding investments, major purchases, or even daily budget management will be much more successful if you allow yourself to feel their rightness at a heart level. This is not a time for dry logic in its pure form, it is a time for harmony between calculation and feeling. It is in this configuration that emotional intelligence comes to the fore, becoming your most powerful asset in the world of finance. You, as Scorpios, possess an innate ability to see beneath the surface, to penetrate the essence of things. Now, this ability must be actively applied to monetary matters. Let your intuition be the compass that points to the true intentions of business partners, to the hidden prospects of a project, or to the optimal moment to exit a deal. This does not mean impulsiveness, on the contrary, it is the ability to read nonverbal signals, understand the motivations of other people, and, no less importantly, to be aware of your own emotional reactions to financial situations. Managing personal finances, closing deals, attracting funds, all this requires not only cold calculation but also a deep understanding of human psychology and, above all, your own. By honing this skill, you will not only avoid pitfalls but also discover new, non-obvious sources of income that are not visible on the surface. Your past efforts to re-evaluate resources and strengthen positions, which we discussed earlier, will now receive powerful emotional support, allowing you to act not only strategically but also with deep inner confidence. This depth of perception and the ability to feel your worth are not just internal resources. They are the foundation for asserting yourself in the world, manifesting your uniqueness, and attracting abundance through authentic self-expression. Dear Scorpios, on this special day, June 22, 2025, when cosmic energies align so favorably for your financial prosperity, we cannot overlook one of the key aspects that directly affects your abundance through self-expression and creativity. We are talking about the position of Venus in Leo, a truly luxurious and inspiring transit for you. Venus, the planet of values, money, and attraction, being in the bright, dramatic, and generous sign of Leo, encourages you not just to dream of abundance, but to actively assert yourself, demonstrate your unique qualities and talents. Leo is a regal sign, striving for recognition, brilliance, and the demonstration of its uniqueness. For you, Scorpios, whose nature often leans toward secrecy and depth, this position of Venus is a powerful stimulus to step out of the shadows, to allow yourselves to be seen and valued. Your inner strength, depth, and magnetism are assets in themselves. Venus in Leo, however, pushes you to make these assets not only felt but also demonstrated. How does this manifest in practice? Through self-expression. Your ideas, your unique perspective on the world, your creative solutions, all of this becomes a source of attraction. If you have ever felt drawn to art, design, music, writing, or any other form of creativity, now is the time to let it manifest. Venus in Leo emphasizes that true wealth comes not only from external sources but also from the ability to value and monetize your inner spark. Think about your hobbies, what brings you genuine pleasure and where you feel truly alive. Perhaps it is in these pursuits that your next source of income is hidden. Monetizing talents and hobbies under the influence of Venus in Leo requires courage and confidence. Do not be afraid to present your work, share your unique vision, create something new and original. This could be creating unique handmade items, launching your own creative project, teaching what you are an expert in, or even simply bringing your distinctive style to your current professional activities. The more you invest your soul and individuality into what you do, the stronger your magnet will be for attracting abundance. People will be willing to pay for your uniqueness, for your passion, for the energy you radiate when you are doing what you love. This is a time for your inner light to illuminate your path to financial independence, turning hobbies into profitable projects. Use your intuition, which we discussed earlier, to understand which aspects of your creativity will resonate most and bring maximum return. And remember that self-expression is not just passively waiting for recognition. It is an active process, requiring a certain dynamic and strategic communication, which we will discuss next. Moving on to an aspect that will affect your daily dynamics and how you interact with the world, we cannot ignore the position of Mars. Scorpios, known for their depth and strategic thinking, will find on June 22 that their traditional energy of action, governed by Mars, takes on a completely new form thanks to its transit through the sign of Gemini. This is not just a change of scenery, it is a fundamental shift in how you manifest your activity and interact with others. Mars in Gemini endows you with incredible mental agility and sharp wit. Your usual focus on a single, deep goal can transform into the ability to effectively juggle multiple projects, quickly switch between tasks, and instantly adapt to changing circumstances. This is not a call to superficiality, but rather to an expansion of your arsenal of actions. Your communication will become more lively, convincing, and multifaceted. You will find that words, ideas, and information become your main tools for achieving what you desire. For achieving financial goals, this aspect is truly a goldmine. Use this period for active networking. Every new acquaintance, every exchange of ideas can open doors to unexpected, yet very profitable opportunities. Do not hesitate to initiate business negotiations, assert your point of view, and present your projects. Your ability to persuade is now at its peak. This is an ideal time for closing deals that require mental dexterity and the ability to find compromises. Perhaps you should consider fields related to information, education, sales, or consulting, where your enhanced communicative energy can be directly monetized. Your task is to direct this multivector energy of Mars in Gemini not into meaningless hustle, but into purposeful movement towards financial peaks. Pay attention to details, ask the right questions, look for hidden connections, and use the information gained to make quick, yet thoughtful decisions. This is a time when your ability to learn and adapt can bring tangible dividends. However, remember that even the most dynamic and effective communication must be part of something larger, a solid foundation and a long-term vision. Your financial path, dear Scorpios, is multifaceted during this period. We have already explored Pluto's deep transformations, Jupiter's generous opportunities, and the subtle influences of Mercury, the Sun, and Venus on your approach to resources and communication. But for genuine and sustainable financial independence, another fundamental element is necessary: discipline and structuring. This is where Saturn in Pisces comes into play. For you, Scorpios, this is a powerful catalyst for forming a responsible and mature approach to financial management. Saturn in Pisces urges you to create clear boundaries and systems where uncertainty or idealistic notions might have reigned before. It teaches you to see through the fog of illusions, recognize hidden risks, and build plans that account not only for obvious income but also for potential pitfalls, unobvious expenses, old obligations, or emotional spending that undermines stability. This transit requires not just a desire for success, but a readiness for painstaking work on a reliable foundation. Saturn is a great teacher. His lessons, though sometimes harsh, are always aimed at strengthening your inner power and external stability. You are encouraged to review your financial habits, eliminate everything that does not serve your long-term goal, and systematize income and expenses. This is an ideal time to create a detailed budget that leaves no room for spontaneous and ill-considered decisions. Think about how you can optimize cash flow, tracking every penny and directing it where it needs to go. In the context of long-term investing, Saturn in Pisces strongly recommends prudence and patience. Forget about quick enrichment schemes. Your task is to find assets that have intrinsic value and can stand the test of time. This could be real estate that generates stable income, carefully selected bonds, stocks of fundamentally strong companies, as well as investments in your own skills and education, increasing your professional value for years to come. It is important not just to invest money, but to regularly review portfolios, adapting them to changing conditions while staying true to your chosen strategy. Saturn demands discipline in savings and reinvesting, encouraging the creation of reserve funds and risk diversification. It teaches you to value slow, but steady progress, leading to impressive results. And remember, true financial freedom is achieved not only through large sums of money, but also through the ability to manage them, creating a solid foundation for the future. However, the world of finance is constantly evolving, and structure and discipline alone do not exhaust all possibilities. There is another, more dynamic energy capable of bringing entirely new perspectives and unconventional solutions into your financial life. Dear Scorpios, in addition to Pluto's powerful transformative energies and Jupiter's generous opportunities, Uranus in Taurus makes a strong appearance on your financial map. This planet, a herald of radical changes and unpredictable breakthroughs, is in the sector of your resources and values, urging you to adopt a completely new perspective on money and its multiplication. For you, Scorpios, this position of Uranus is especially significant, as it emphasizes the area of your partnerships and shared resources, but in the context of the financial horoscope, its influence extends to all aspects of your financial well-being, demanding a rethinking of established approaches. Uranus in Taurus is not just a change, it is a true revolution in the perception of the material world. It challenges conservative notions of stability and security, pushing you to seek unconventional income sources and innovative ways of managing capital. Old schemes may cease to work, or at least not bring the desired effect. Now is precisely the time when doors open for those ready to think outside the box. This is a time when you may discover unexpected opportunities in areas that previously seemed uninteresting or even too risky. We are talking about financial technologies, decentralized finance, DeFi, cryptocurrencies, blockchain, sustainable investments, or even entirely new business models based on advanced technologies. Uranus stimulates innovation, and your task is not just to observe them, but to actively integrate them into your financial strategy. The key to success during this period is adaptability. Your natural ability to transform, which we discussed earlier, will now be invaluable. Cast aside fear of the unknown. Explore new financial instruments, attend fintech webinars, consult experts in digital assets. Perhaps it's time to diversify your investments, including assets in your portfolio that seemed too futuristic to you yesterday. Apply your intuition, enhanced by the influence of Mercury and the Sun in Cancer, to distinguish promising trends from fleeting speculations. Do not be afraid to experiment, but do so with your inherent depth of analysis and the caution that Saturn in Pisces instills in you. Remember that Uranus brings sudden breakthroughs, but they often require prior readiness and openness to the new. Use your communication skills, enhanced by Mars in Gemini, to build connections in innovative communities. It is through information exchange and networking that you can gain access to cutting-edge ideas and projects capable of significantly increasing your income. Perhaps you will find a partner who will bring unique technological solutions to your business, opening new horizons for mutual prosperity. This period demands not only financial acumen but also a deep understanding of how material changes intertwine with your inner world and higher values. For true abundance is not just numbers in a bank account, but also harmony with oneself and the surrounding world, the ability to see beyond the familiar, drawing inspiration from the most subtle spheres of being. On June 22, 2025, when we discuss the financial well-being of Scorpios, it is crucial to consider the subtle yet powerful influence of Neptune, which will continue its journey through the sign of Pisces. This position especially resonates with your watery nature, Scorpios, enhancing your innate intuition and sensitivity, which are your hidden treasures. Neptune in Pisces opens a portal to the deepest levels of the subconscious, allowing you to perceive invisible energy flows, anticipate trends, and read between the lines when it comes to financial opportunities and risks. This aspect urges you not to ignore your inner feelings. If a deal or partnership that seems logically beneficial causes you an inexplicable feeling of unease, or conversely, deep trust, listen to that voice. Your intuition during this period can be your most reliable guide, helping you discern the true value of offers, separate the wheat from the chaff in the flow of information, and avoid potential traps that may at first seem very attractive. However, remember that Neptune is also associated with illusions and idealism. It is important to remain vigilant and not fall for promises that seem too good to be true. A balance between trusting your inner voice and healthy skepticism is required. Beyond a purely intuitive approach to money, Neptune in Pisces raises the question of the spiritual dimension of your financial journey. For Scorpios during this period, true abundance will not solely involve the accumulation of material possessions, but rather their harmonious integration with your inner world and spiritual values. Ask yourself, how well do your financial aspirations align with your higher purpose? Do they bring you not only profit but also satisfaction, a sense of meaning, and the opportunity to contribute to the greater good? This is a time to redefine what wealth truly means to you. Perhaps it's not just a bank account, but also the quality of your relationships, your health, your capacity for creativity and self-realization, or even the ability to help others. A purely material pursuit can lead to emptiness, whereas integrating spiritual principles into your financial decisions will bring true fulfillment. Use your discernment to find projects and investments that not only grow your capital but also resonate with your ethical and moral convictions. This is the path to building a sustainable and deeply meaningful financial foundation. While intuition and spiritual awareness are powerful tools, it is equally important to pay attention to details and critical analysis to avoid self-deception or underestimating hidden problems. We have already thoroughly examined how powerful planetary influences, from transformative Pluto to intuitive Neptune, shape your financial horoscope for June 22, 2025. However, within this multifaceted picture, there is another crucial aspect that demands special attention. It can be both a hidden trap and a key to the deepest understanding of your financial patterns. We are referring to the position of Lilith, or the Black Moon, which during this period is located in the pragmatic and detail-oriented sign of Virgo. Lilith in Virgo, in the context of your financial matters, dear Scorpios, highlights the shadow aspects of perfectionism, criticism, and the pursuit of flawlessness. In the financial realm, this can manifest as excessive meticulousness, a constant search for flaws in any proposals or investments, sometimes leading to what is known as analysis paralysis. As Scorpios, you are naturally inclined towards deep analysis and discernment, but under the influence of Lilith in Virgo, this trait can become distorted, turning into unhealthy suspicion or even cynicism. You might find yourself endlessly rechecking every number, every clause of a contract, fearing the slightest flaw or deception, which ultimately risks leading to missed opportunities. This position of Lilith can also amplify self-criticism. You might be overly harsh on yourself for past financial mistakes, for every imperfect step, which undermines your confidence and blocks progress. It is important to realize that while the pursuit of an ideal is noble, in this case, it can become self-sabotage. Financial decisions are rarely absolutely flawless, and the willingness to take calculated risks without fearing imperfection is key to growth. Allow yourself to be human, not a flawless money-making machine. Beyond self-criticism, Lilith in Virgo can project this criticality onto others. You might become excessively demanding of financial advisors, partners, or employees, constantly searching for their flaws or mistakes. This can lead to tension in business relationships, alienate potentially beneficial allies, and even hinder the formation of strong partnerships, which, as we have mentioned, are crucial for your financial success during this period. Your task is to learn to distinguish healthy discernment from destructive suspicion. Trust your intuition, but verify the facts without falling into an endless well of doubt. To avoid these financial traps caused by Lilith in Virgo, I recommend several practical steps. First, set reasonable deadlines for making financial decisions and stick to them. Do not allow endless analysis to drag out the process. Second, practice mindfulness regarding your critical thoughts. When you notice yourself becoming overly critical of yourself or others concerning financial matters, pause and ask yourself how constructive and justified this criticism is. Perhaps it is just an echo of your shadow trying to hold you back from action. Third, cultivate trust in verified sources and professionals, but always with a healthy dose of skepticism that does not turn into total distrust. Remember that Scorpio's true strength lies in its ability to transform and deeply penetrate the essence of things, not in a paralyzing fear of imperfection. Understanding these shadow aspects will allow you not only to avoid losses but also to use them as a springboard for an even deeper and more conscious approach to your financial future. Ahead lies another crucial step, integrating all this knowledge into a unified strategy that will help you not just understand but actively shape your successful financial horoscope. Dear Scorpios, June 22, 2025, marks your turning point for financial flourishing. Integrate Pluto's strategic vision with Cancer's intuition, Saturn's discipline with Uranus's innovation. Cast aside Lilith's doubts, trust your unique talents, and act decisively. Your strength lies in your capacity for deep transformation and bold embrace of the future. Create, invest, scale. However, true abundance manifests not only in accumulation but also in the ability to manage risks.